No.
But it's going to be a great match. We just came
one
off
of the
the
longest
Champions
days of the
Field.
year. I think today is the longest day of the year. You could not have said that on a worse day.
I'm so sorry.
It's the longest day. Sun has not set in the UK just yet. It's only 9:30 at night. Why would it have done? We're looking at 10 p.m. for that bad boy to finally go to bed. But Gentlemen and FURIA, they are not going to be going to bed anytime soon. They've got one more series for us all. Chance for the major champions, the third European seed, to go up against the #1 team in South America, Falcons. #1 in MENA, they took down BDS. Can it happen again?
Yeah. The sun is shining bright for both these teams, especially FURIA 3-1 over OG. And, you know, we got to cast the Gentlemates win earlier on the B stream. And, you know, they're not excelling, but a dub's a dub. And in 3-0 fashion, nothing to complain about. FURIA is an interesting team, though, because it's no longer just the Yan show, although he's cooking something. He's got the spotlight on him. But it was really Jerfinho and his activity on the field that I think helped excel FURIA in the OG match.
And Gibbs was saying, too, you need Lost to make sure that he is online, to go up alongside Yan and to make sure they're not just that single player team. They need all players online for it. And you're right when you said about Gentlemates. You know, they had that win versus Twisted Minds. I wasn't particularly impressed with them, but I didn't need to be. It was a routine 3-0. They clocked in, they clocked out. And
another day at the office.
Yeah, and then they were done, and that's absolutely fine. They got the result that was needed. More, however, will be needed if you're playing and aiming to win, which of course they are against FURIA.
And how Gentlemates look against FURIA is going to be a true litmus test of, well, you know, it's only day one, but what is their form like against a challenger closer and closer to their level? And so far, a scoreless game.
Good
and
demo.
Juicy with the bouncer too. Gentlemates on the board.
You got to look at Itachi here too, where he's still harassing in that back line and gets rid of the final defender. Juicy, therefore, mate, put anything on target, it's going to find its way home. And Itachi shepherds it in as Gentlemates get the lead in 90 seconds.
Yeah, because Gentlemates, I think why we weren't impressed, quote unquote, it's really patient play out of them. They go for the quality opportunities, not the quantity ones, and it's really team play based. Speaking of that, Jerfinho accepting the pass, but not able to direct that on target, and the counterattack just slips by, and Gentlemates lead, it grows.
And you know what? This is exactly what FURIA can fall prey to. Their play style is so aggressive that they're going to leave the net open every now and then. Every single team does, but them more so than others. And Gentlemates clearly know that's the agenda. Just clear it out of their defense and immediately go on the counter. You cannot fluff about in the midfield. Just go straight for them.
Yeah.
And with that 2-0 and that agenda, they have managed to get a decent lead and a brace.
You can't call yourself like a Fury-adjacent team and be a defense style team, right? Like, aggression all day. Furia's offense can be relentless, but against Gentlemates, whose defense can be so frustrating until, well, Jerfinho finds an open net.
A little bit of a miss here, I think. Seiko doesn't read it properly. And then Lost, it didn't get a touch on it either. And both Gentlemates defenders, then Juicy and Itachi, clatter into each other. Jerfinho takes full advantage, sends it home.
Works out. I was complimenting Gentlemates' defense. There was no one in the net. Things get a bit easier. But Juicy with a full tank, drop pass to Itachi, sending it, but not getting enough power to hit the backboard. So Yan picking up the pace, 50 against Seiko. Juicy layering that, hoping to drop it into the box in front of the net, and Seiko rounds about to the left side, but FURIA break out. But how does Yan approach this? Jerfinho will back pass, leave it to him. Yan has more boost, and he gets demoed. So FURIA's offense has to still collect themselves. Jerfinho won't be able to use that reset.
It's going to be intriguing to see how Juicy ends up playing in this series too, considering the fact that we always mention it when they play, the only player to have won a major without having won an open qualifier or regional event. An online event has not had the golden trophy next to his name, which is ridiculous. But he's lifted the trophy over in Copenhagen. Juicy, clearly a LAN player. It's going to be intriguing to see if he can continue that. As Seiko into the corner, goes up for the double, but with not enough boost to get there. Leaves it for Juicy, and the top corner is all his.
Gentlemate's causing so much chaos. First, it's a demo and the corner boost grab. Itachi forces Gerfinho to try and escape him to avoid the bump, and with all that action, Gentlemate slipped by with another goal. The minute 38, Furia got some catching up to do, and I don't think Gerfinho's gonna have the open net and get that same mistake out of Gentlemates. And if anything, Furia should watch their back.
This final 90 seconds for Furia goes up instead on the side of Gentlemates. Seiko, no double touch. And T-Bates was saying that he reckons this is a fight between Yan and Seiko. So far, I don't think they've been the key players to watch at all. I think it's been Juicy and Gerfinho.
Because Gentlemates are such a well-oiled machine. There is threats in all three of those players. And Furia learning how to not only support each other, enable each other, but not just depend on Yan to solo play his way to victory. Although, hold on, he's got a full tank, and then Itachi 50s it. Gerfinho down low. He's able to recover that and read the 50 well. Furia not putting up a fight in the corner, not until a delayed challenge comes out, and Juicy has no boost. Neither does Lost, and Furia get a good bounce, but Seiko sends it away.
It's final 40, still 2 to chase for Furia. Yan in that back corner, a little bit awkward, and so Juice can find his way through quite clearly. Ceiling pinch, or rather ceiling touch, it leaves it then back towards Itachi, and falls on the ball. Pretty routine play here again for Gentlemates, making sure they finish this first game professionally.
Oh, that's awkward. Furia just seeing what Juicy's up to and no boost. At least collected it off the ceiling. Here's Furia on a 2v2. Juicy coming back. He'll be first on this ball, and a touch that sends it all the way to the orange half. And Furia have run out of time. They'll still have a few more chances as Gentlemates are having a hot start to their Swiss day and this series. They 3-1 win shortly.
That's exactly what Gentlemates needed. See if they can...
Furia have such a cool story. I know Jorby is like Madge in the green room right now, just hearing what we had.
Jorby's going to be fuming right now.
Furia, like, yeah, he's got the Furia cope for sure. And hey, even a couple of Team Secret predictions came out, and it'd be so incredible to see a, quote, minor region, whether it's like Falcons from Mina or Furia from Sam, take home the first international major for their region. But Furia are going up against one of Europe's best and the reigning champions from Copenhagen, and they'll have to play from behind.
Lost in that first game, really did not perform to his standard either, getting 102 points. Going to be seeing more out of him. Gibbs said that was going to be the linchpin for Furia. Can he perform alongside Yan, alongside Gerfinho? So far, the answer is no to that. But we've seen what players can do when they turn it around in these individual series. We saw a reverse sweep earlier on. We saw Gen.G attempt a reverse sweep. And we see Gerfinho go up high, and Seiko can sneak it from the blind spot and keep them honest.
Yeah, great defense as Itachi back to Juicy. Furia pressing them and seeing if you can force those mistakes, or the mistake. I mean, there's only one. So Furia still fighting for ball position, except the 50 goes back to Lost against Seiko. He's just gonna send it long and far, and I mean, Gentlemates aren't allowing this midfield to go by too easily.
Minute 30 with more control going the way of Gentlemates. Seems like any chance that there is to work it past the halfway line. They've got an answer to the attack the Fury is putting forward until it absolutely flies the other way. Seiko tries to get on the end of a fortunate pinch going towards the nose of his Fennec. Lost with the backflip opens up this chance for Itachi to go over towards Juicy, but with low boost, everybody on Gentlemates has to retreat.
And Furia are keeping a safer third man, because, you know, we kind of noticed, like, oh, Furia can be overly aggressive. They can overextend. And Juicy with the double. Lost behind the goal line. Great position for that save. And Furia want more, but Yan has no boost, and neither does Lost. Gerfinho's just going to buy time, and here's Juicy to press that and denies the clear. And here's Itachi. And panic ensues in the Furia camp.
Just tries to swipe across the net. Again, all these blind spot challenges coming in from Gentlemates. Furia not expecting them, or just not even understanding where they're coming from. But regardless, they haven't scored. It doesn't matter if you don't put that ball in the back of the net. Itachi tries to find Seiko, instead interrupted by a Furia attacking player, attempting to keep this ball very firmly on that blue side. Gerfinho, what a read. A pre-jump. Yan's there. The double was on the cards, but Seiko's going to be the one holding the deck.
Seiko was denied a lot out of FURIA, keeping his eyes locked on Yan and how his team could be setting him up, because it seems to be FURIA leading that, but Jorfinho and Lost play so close to Yan. If he loses that 50, FURIA have great support and trust in each other. Still a scoreless game with 2 minutes left, though.
It's the immediate snapshot. Once any of the players lose it from FURIA, they're all there, and yes, that then leads to some runaway goals like we saw. It's a dangerous way to play the game. But my gosh, when it works, you feel like there's 100 players on the pitch instead of just these 3.
Oh, Lost with the flank, okay, but again, guess who's at the back? It's Seiko. He's just such a pillar to this defense.
Pass.
And Itachi, the offense! It connects! A lead for Gentlemates, a minute 35 before match point.
From our angle, completely obvious. From any of the players on the pitch, utter genius. 90 seconds gonna start ticking down now. And Gentlemates with that 1-goal lead.
What an incredible pass. Like flashes in the pan from Gentlemates. But flashes of brilliance on the field nonetheless. As FURIA, their backs against the wall. Seiko popping it up high, dodging the 50 from Lost. Jorfinho bouncing it out center. In the midfield is Juicy. No boost, he can't do much more. But Gentlemates, their defense isn't being challenged. FURIA wait in the midfield for their chance to strike. It's Jorfinho to Lost, but the redirect is still disrupted by Seiko, and Yan front and center.
Unrelenting pressure from FURIA. Time and time again, a challenge, a block, a pass, everything smothered. And Gentlemates could not deal with it in the end. A relative tap-in for the Panthers. Minute now, ticking down.
I should have descended on the sender. His front and center, that's really what he did. he sent that thing flying at Jorfinho to stuff somebody in the net, I think. Either way, FURIA with a comeback.
A relative own goal too. Itachi tries to get a touch to it, and he does. Sends it away from both of his teammates. FURIA very thankful that they hired a 4th player for that one.
We're talking in the green room about the meta of own goaling, playing into the mental of your opponents, but definitely not the case. 53 seconds, though, when Gentlemates, all they needed to do was not choke the lead, and FURIA hope they equalize the series, and that was really close. And Yan out of boost sends it to Lost, a shot that Gentlemates catch in time, but the collision, Itachi recovers well, and the counterattack was coming in fast.
A slight movement made all the difference and meant that Itachi could just continue down the pitch a little bit quicker by handbraking and sliding along the wall than immediately jumping. Regardless, no goal. Technically, doesn't matter. 20 seconds. With Yan sending it towards Itachi. That's 1, that's 2.
Oh my God.
Seiko and back again. The distance of the pitch covered by the mates.
You have to go cross-eyed just trying to keep up with Gentlemates. Left to right to back left again. It's insane, Gentlemates. You need to break up these passes in FURIA. You have to sprint to keep up with the pace that Gentlemates put on once they ramp up, and off the kickoff. Juicy, he's ready for more. Seiko with more boost. He'll do what he can. Yan with a lot more to work with. Resources in the FURIA camp. As Lost lands it on the ground. OT to decide. Match point or a tie series.
First one, not quite going to overtime. The second one has been a back and forth that I think either team will both be happy and annoyed with the fact that we are here now.
Jorfinho's going off the ceiling. He had me pointing. Like, what's going on there? But with no boost. Hoping for the drop down pass, and this is going in front of the net. Lost has to carry this through and gets right below Juicy. Beautiful fake. Gentlemates have Itachi in the corner. He's not going to go for the corner boost, allowing FURIA to steal that. It's good. They could be playing the long game. FURIA could keep them locked in and not in a good way. Juicy needing that second touch, gets around Jorfinho. Lost assisting. Backboard. Wait, Yan takes the shot. OT ends. Our series is tied.
What a belter. Nobody from Gentlemates reading where that goes. Seiko then respecting the touch that was going to come in from Lost as he set win out in that game. And FURIA very much earning it as Sam's #1 against EU's #3. And game 3, as I said earlier, Gentlemates, they were fighting to try and get their series point a little bit earlier on, but they're going to have to do it here.
Both these teams have something to prove. But with FURIA not having a title, you almost question, why does Gentlemates have to say more when they have the Copenhagen title? But with how the online qualifiers have went, Gentlemates need to still settle doubts. And they need to beat down FURIA to silence the cool haters, if you will. But this just floats on by, and Itachi waits to recover and create another opportunity. Juicy's on the retreat.
Why couldn't that be a goal? The assist was phenomenal.
Oh, there's your goal.
There it is, the other side. The assist was just a big old bang into the corner. Did come off Juicy. Jan is credited with the assist, but Jofinho can sink it right behind Seiko, who's still got the momentum, carrying him away from the ball. In 40 seconds, FURIA continue what they did last game and scored the first.
And Juicy grabbed the corner boost. He was a second away from that touch. And what's crazy about FURIA is their aggression. They don't let you have that extra second to get boost and to get another touch. FURIA are all over you. So they'll have a lead for now. And with Yan demoed, Lost will do what he can to buy time. Itachi, Seiko, the passing plays that make Gentlemates so lethal. And it comes back out where Juicy was extended, and Seiko at least go for the demo to just not let FURIA get much out of this opportunity.
The right-hand side is going to be the canvas where Gentlemates launch their offensive from. With Seiko going central right above the crossbar, it's going to be relatively successful. Juicy trying to pinch it central. Instead, Jan is going to be the man there first. Itachi up for one, goes top corner, and then somehow cleared away by the defense. FURIA are going to keep Gentlemates fighting for their first goal.
Juicy had no boost, and Seiko still had to like a 180 to get back into the play. So Gentlemates, brick by brick, they will build this offense. But Yan with a long clear. Seiko catches it in the midfield. They reset to work with, and with the demo onto Jofinho, Gentlemates can gather momentum here. But Itachi can't do much low on boost, especially not carve his way to the right side as Seiko has a stretch to get back, and this is where Yan will push his luck.
Open net, though, as a shot comes through. Juicy wisely turns around to clear it away. We approach half-time in the game. FURIA still at 1-0 up. Itachi with a catch, relinquishes the ball over towards Seiko, who's going to now attempt the dunk, makes his car as wide as he possibly can. In the wonderfully adorned pink Gentlemates decal mobile.
At least that's pink and not the jersey. We'll work on coordination on
We're not salty about the jersey, guys.
We'll keep talking about it.
Stop saying it. We're not salty about it. It was just lovely seeing a team not in black.
Well, it's lovely seeing Juicy with the ball until Lost puts a hand up, and Itachi has some boost to work with. The pass to Seiko. Yan is a step ahead of it. Juicy pops it up, buys some time, few extra touches. Yan is going to retreat. FURIA, they have a Gentlemates on the back foot. And still Seiko has the ball.
Yeah, Seiko managing to just keep himself glued to that ball so that any challenge is at least slow down a little bit. Itachi on his own actually passes. Juicy's there again. Juicy's received two gorgeous passes from both his teammates. Seiko earlier, Itachi there, and he couldn't get a lick of contact on either. Disappointing from him to not be able to just at least make a good effort on those plays.
Didn't touch the ball, but he put someone in a grave, and that's where Gentlemates can put on the press as Seiko has to adjust. Juicy playing close enough to keep the ball in play. But FURIA needs some insurance. 90 seconds, and we saw what happens when you have a 1-0 lead. That can dissipate quite quickly. But FURIA also need to grab some boost. Gentlemates fight in the midfield. Juicy versus Lost. Juicy has the beat to get Gentlemates closer to the equalizer with not that much time left. And the double demos.
Again!
FURIA just know how to get them off their back.
It was on Itachi and Juicy again, leaving Seiko completely abandoned in his own half. But still, a goal couldn't come out for it. Speaking to Seiko's either his defensive ability or just the fact that FURIA aren't really following up on it enough. 45 seconds and Gentlemates chasing a goal.
This FURIA just not taking too many risks. Demo what you can. Cause disorganization within Gentlemates as Itachi, a long pass to Seiko. Oh, just a little too high. And Gentlemates, they usually complete those so well. Juicy has a lot of boost, can go through the air, and Jofinho with 0 boost can still contest it. Seiko will still win through the corner, and Lost won't let it center out the net. Itachi hunts for bumps. Seiko and Juicy can work together, but they don't have possession. FURIA are just wasting their time. A 1-0 lead, which can dissipate quickly. Seiko, Juicy stepping up to the orange half for an opportunity of a lifetime, but it's just barely gonna happen. The ball is barely kept in the air, and FURIA take the game.
In the Swiss previously, then just obviously winning the entire event last time. And FURIA on a warpath through Europe. I said right at the start of the day, Europe are not a shoo-in to win this land by any means. It is a scary time. And other regions are proving it, from NA to SAM to North America. I said NA twice. They don't have two chances. Don't get ahead of yourself, chat.
NA.
No, shush, stop it. MENA, I meant to say. I just missed out the me because I'm selfless.
Aw. Well, FURIA, that's what they are too. And they're gonna try and pass, but really, Gentlemates, the passing plays, like the one pass that missed, like maybe that was, like, what if, you know? What if that was the pass that got Gentlemates the equalizer? But who cares about that? Jorfinho's on the board.
And an eruption on the cameras as well. Lost having to hold his hand. The fifth one was a little bit too hard. And you know what? He deserves it after demoing Seiko out of the way. A little bit harder than a fist bump. And again, FURIA, an early lead.
Yeah, coach said, do that with a broken hand, and then I'll respect you. So a lead for FURIA and match point. I mean, the last game was only by 1 as Gentlemates got shut out. And you already see they are putting it all on the field. It is just Swiss. But Gentlemates, they were flawless last time they were at a major. And Seiko, the long pass, the bounce that Jorfinho puts to the side.
It's a long
and this
shot.
goes all the way down to Tachi. Somehow gets it right to loss. So it's still FURIA 2-0.
Still that FURIA 2-0. And Jan, what a touch, son. Sends it as far as he can. Itachi has to have a little foot race back and lost. You know what? You have to just appreciate how well he's read where that ball was going to end up. Post bounce, he's there. 2-0 FURIA. Gentlemates, they are struggling and they are chasing this South American glory right now.
Yeah, and when Gentlemates like overextend like that, they want more passing options. They want more ways to get past FURIA offensively. And it just hasn't happened yet. And I think Gentlemates can continue taking those risks as Juicy and Seiko can't get the pass. FURIA break it up. Itachi with no boost against Jorfinho also with not much to work with. And just FURIA are forcing 50 after 50 before Gentlemates can even assess who's on the field.
The midfield again is just Gentlemates attempting to try and push FURIA away from the ball as much as they can, trying to earn a little bit of space, but Jan getting a flip reset and then a bump on that final player, and the demos and aggression is almost unbearable for Gentlemates, struggling really to work their way out of their own half. Bouncing midfield is going to be seeing Seiko with a lot of boost, but not much time as Jan tries to work his way in. It does work, it does get around him, however. Jorfinho now attempted to get that one central. But again, just this hydra from FURIA. The Panthers always chasing the ball.
Gentlemates kind of felt like they were drowning there, and they'll see some signs of offense, but Itachi against 2 defenders, it won't be that easy.
Oh.
And it's a high touch to the crossbar. Itachi ready on the left with a full tank against Jorfinho. Will bump him to the side. Double commit from FURIA, but it's still space created. And Jorfinho still recovers to be ready off the sidewall to send it down to the blue half. And FURIA will go for demos. They're such a physical team that Gentlemates, they have to find a way to just stabilize quickly when that happens. Another open nets.
The third for FURIA. And we say, again, at the start of the series, like, they play aggressively. Look what Gentlemates do there. They did what FURIA were doing at the start. They went full aggression. I get it. You have 2 goals you need to bring back. But sending that many people forward at all times when you have 2 minutes remaining, that's not the play. And FURIA have read it stunningly. Lost, working his way back into the series too. A real standout player.
For every goal FURIA gets, Seiko gets 1 inch closer to his monitor. So you guys better watch out. That guy's locked in. He's done everything. Defense, offense, setup, scoring. Itachi denied. FURIA just meet every 50 at the perfect time. And Gentlemates haven't been able to force a mistake. It's been now back-to-back games that Gentlemates I believe, haven't scored. It's insane. They are such an incredible defense team, but the offense is what's going to win you games. And the passing plays, it's been tough when FURIA are playing this well defensively.
4 unanswered goals so far. I don't even know how long in-game time, because they also lost the overtime as well. But a minute now, ticking down. Otherwise, FURIA then go through into the 2-0 round. A long shot from Lost, just keeping everybody honest. And Drafinio, he catches him lying down.
Kinda, yeah. That's the perfect way to call it. Just backboard left. Itachi tried to deny the double. And FURIA 4-0 with a minute and 1. And I know Jorby's going to have something to say to us when we said, oh, Gentlemates, we predicted that.
I am IRL muting him. I can't deal with him today.
We don't even have to go back. Like, we'll be done.
It's been a long day, Jorby. Don't do it to us. 50 seconds now as FURIA want to make this day just that little bit shorter by not even going to 5. Seiko receives it in the sky. 4 goals need to be chased by Gentlemates.
Yeah, Gentlemates, they got to pick things up here and now as Itachi assesses his 50. Drafinio, great, stalls it out. That's all they need to do, FURIA, to just slow down Gentlemates.
The pogo is rude, Lost.
Let him rock, okay? 22 seconds. Gentlemates, just get 1 goal for the vibes, please.
Wrong team! She said Gentlemates. And FURIA, they don't listen. They heard goal, and all they say is Bora. Vamos! 5 for FURIA. It's going to be a win. They are going to head through to the 2-0 round. And our current major champions suffer a loss at a major underneath that Gentlemates banner for the first time in the org's history.
There's the adaptations from FURIA. Gentlemates start game 1, 3-1. And then fall short, running out of gas. FURIA's aggression was relentless. And it wasn't even a risky. Gentlemates couldn't punish it. If anything, Gentlemates started to do more offensively to the point where they left open nets, and that's 2 goals from FURIA coming from open nets. FURIA will take the series.
FURIA, an incredibly well-earned win there. The question was, could they...